Hi, I'm Aisha Jenkins with Start to Finish Motherhood. And one of my missions with the podcast and with everything that I do was to make sure that it's inclusive, it's educational, it is centering Black and diverse voices. And so oftentimes I find myself in spaces with a lot of white people, a lot of people of different nationalities, ethnicities, what have you. That's whether it's on my single mother by choice journey or within the professional arena or just with friends, because I do have friends that are very diverse. I've always gone to a diverse high school and things of that nature. And it takes a while for you to find your voice and find comfort in speaking your truth in an authentic way. So something has been sitting on me, and I feel like it's time to address it, especially with the Angel Reese incident. I sat through and watched Katanji Brown's confirmation hearings. A few weeks ago, we had the back and forth about Angela Bassett and not standing and clapping. And I want to invite you and give you permission as Black women, if you need it, to step out of the matrix. No longer can they give you concrete and say it's steak. No longer can they give me concrete and say it's steak. I'm stepping out of the matrix because I am calling BS, and I am no longer dealing and playing a role in the gaslight that happens to Black women in spaces where we are seen as the minority. I think society, I think others are used to putting us in a very tiny box that dictates what we can aspire to, what we can be, what we can earn, what emotions we can put on display, how we're to act, how we're to dress, and no more. I am a free Black woman. I am raising 2 free Black girls. And so this is for the Angel Reeses of the world. This is for the Angela Bassett's, the Katanji Browns. This is for the Aishas, the Chloes, the Tawanas, the Noels, the Veronicas, the Keishas, the LaQuishas, every Black woman out there who has been told that this is the tiny box that you need to live in. Go live in it. Be great. We don't care how you feel. We don't care how you survive. We just want you to continue to be our nannies, our mammies, our cook, our, down as bees, our, low person on the cheerleading pyramid. We are meant to uphold and lift everyone else but ourselves. And I'm here to say no more, and to give anybody who needs permission to say no more to absolutely say no more. Do what you're paid to do and find creative outlets elsewhere. Leave relationships that are not serving you. Leave friendships that are not serving you. Leave spaces that are not serving and protecting you. Leave spaces where it is okay to bully you and people who look like you. It is high time that we pack up our belongings, our wares, our values, our goods, and we go to spaces that appreciate what it is that we have to bring. And I'm not just saying this for a YouTube. These are things that I actually practice in my day-to-day life. As I am raising my children, I am also teaching them the value of their voice, the value of their presence, and what it means for you to call someone a friend and what that looks like and what that entails. So, Black women are not here to be put into your tiny box. We are not here to be your entertainment. We're not here to be your bullet shields. We're not here to be your personal social justice advocates. We are no longer showing up. I know I'm no longer showing up in spaces and places that don't serve me. We're not the nannies. We're not your punching bags. We are not the Robins to your Batman. We are not supporting actors and actresses. We are fully actualized and functional people. And yes, I do have a list. We are our own people with our abilities to display a full range of emotion. That is what we're entitled to. That is what we are going to do. If you don't like it, let's join in the discomfort that Black women have been dealing with and enduring for centuries. Like, come, be uncomfortable with me, because I'm no longer catering to keeping you, your family, your kids, your pets, your organizations comfortable and happy. If you have concerns with whether or not I smile smile, whether or not I dance, whether or not I show up fully in a meeting to be a token or what have you. That's a you issue. That's not a me issue. I'm no longer catering to your comfort at the expense of my own comfort. That means that I am perpetually uncomfortable, perpetually feeling unsafe, perpetually feeling undervalued, and I am stepping out of the matrix. My sense of urgency, my need to be protected is no longer going to take a backseat. So the narratives that you create for yourself, the stories that you tell yourselves, the accolades that you take and absorb and feel as if they are earned by you, that is no longer my concern to maintain the reality that keeps you mentally safe at my expense. I don't have to smile. I don't have to sing. I don't have to keep you happy. I don't have to keep you comfortable. Your issues with Black women are your issues. It's society's issues. It's a corporate culture issue. It has nothing to do with me. So that's not my concern. I am going to be a happy, free Black woman living, thriving in spaces that love and nurture, protect, and comfort me. And those are the spaces that I intend to create, and spaces that center the needs of Black women, girls, and children. If my thriving, my being happy, my doing and exploring creative activities outside of you, if that makes you uncomfortable, the way that I celebrate, the way that I dance and sing like no one's watching, if that makes you uncomfortable, then that's a you issue. That's a corporate issue. That is a societal issue. That is not an Aisha issue. That is not a Keisha issue. That's not an Angel issue. That's not an Angela issue. And so if you come to me asking me to dance, to sing, to make you feel comfortable, be prepared to be uncomfortable and to stay uncomfortable. I am really good with uncomfortable silences because discomfort is not something that I, as a Black woman, am immune to. It's not something that's a foreign concept. It might be new to you, and I'm okay to sit back and watch you struggle and wiggle in your discomfort. Tears don't faze me. If you need to walk away, walk away. But what will not happen is I will not kowtow to your comfort at the expense of me being comfortable, at the expense of my kids being uncomfortable. I plan to call it out in the moment when it happens, using the full range of emotion that's been afforded to me. Allyship is a verb. If your allyship comes with an expectation that you're going to be comfortable, it's an allyship I don't need. I don't need you to already predetermine that your allyship is going to be useless and worthless, because then that is no value to me. If you're just there to wear a pin that says you're an ally, if you're just there to take up space in your allyship because it brings you comfort and it makes you feel as if you're the hero in the story, no thank you. You can keep it. And I will kindly tell you that. If your allyship is subject to certain situations, if your allyship doesn't allow for you to do some self-reflection and take some constructive feedback from the communities or the people you are purported to be an ally for, then I don't need your allyship. There's the door. I promise you. I won't think of you a day after you walk out that door. But what I will tell you is that I will take all of my knowledge, I will take all of my time, all of my free labor, and all of my effort, and I will take it to put it to constructive use, because the things that I have to contend with, the things that Black women have to contend with, the future of the next generation, I've got more things to do, more things on my plate than to deal with your fragility and your discomfort. And I wish I would sit down at an award show and clap for someone receiving an award that I know should have been mine. No, I don't owe you that. I don't owe you a smile. I'm not paid to keep you comfortable, to keep you happy. I'm going to sit there, and if my range of emotions says this is disappointing, that's what you will see in whatever way I choose to display my disappointment. If I'm uncomfortable and I decide to get up and leave the room that I am in, that is well within my agency to do that. You don't get to determine whether or not I stay in spaces that make me uncomfortable or make me feel undervalued. I wish that I would show up at the White House with the losing team, because someone felt like, oh, I saw their humanity and I felt what it was like to lose and to have someone celebrate in my face. and to not align with what you normally do for winners, come on. This is supposed to be allyship. We help to get you and your husband in the house. And now we write different rules based on who's the winner and who's the loser. I wish I would show up. When that offer got extended, it was to say, yeah, you won, but whenever there's a but when it comes to allyship and supporting and doing the things that you normally do, when there's a but that intervenes because of the color of the skin and what you align with and whose humanity you see, no, you can keep that invitation and you can keep that allyship. I won't show up. There's a time where you take a stand, and this would be that time where I take a stand. I wish that I would allow the comfort of you and your kid to keep me from consoling, protecting, and advocating for my child. This happens in a number of different spaces where Black women end up getting the short end of the stick because the feedback, the messaging that we're consistently being given is to fix your face. Fix your face for what? It's steeped in misogynoir. It's steeped in racism. It's steeped in keeping other people comfortable at the expense of ourselves. Do you realize that when Black women sit down for reviews, or when Black women have to get on TV and have to justify their behaviors or their reactions to things to keep other people comfortable, do you realize that we get cheated every time we sit down and we talk to a manager and they're like, oh, well, you could smile or you could be more approachable? Well, what does that mean? Explain to me what you mean by approachable. And I would ask these questions because it's subjective and it speaks to people who are not used to being around people of different races or ethnic backgrounds. And I will tell you that Black women, Black people have been used to being around so many different groups of people, such a vast variety of diversity. We are not the ones who are coming with a limited view of what to expect, a limited view of what is normal. I don't have to smile in order for you to do your job. I don't have to smile in order to get good service. But when I sit down or when other Black women receive feedback, if 50% of that feedback is subjective and it's fix your face type of feedback, there's nothing that can be done because there's nothing that's actionable except you're uncomfortable with my presence. The same thing when you sit down and you go to advocate for your children. If parents, Black parents, have to explain what unconscious and conscious racial bias is and how it's at play, that is time that is spent having to educate you instead of having to advocate for my child, which is the reason that I'm there. You do Black women a disservice and a disjustice, and I'm tired of it. Stop giving us concrete and saying it's steak, and stop with the gaslight, because a lot of us are becoming very much immune to it. And so if you come to me with the BS and you come to me with the attempts of gaslighting, I'm going to call it out. You're going to be uncomfortable. That is a you issue, a corporate issue, a societal issue, and not a my issue. But what Black women will continue to do is we will continue to show up for each other. We will continue to celebrate each other. We will continue to advocate, and we will continue to create space for that next generation to be free Black women, Black children, to be exactly who they are meant to be. We will create space. We will gatekeep, and we will protect their abilities to be free. We will protect Angel's ability to celebrate a rightful and righteous win. And that's all I have for you today. Have a good one. Be blessed.